Another lovely Saturday. Hope everyone's doing well. Gonna start going on this rc8.2. I got everything taken apart. Everything's cleaned up. Let's start getting this thing reassembled. Get this thing starting to look like a front end again. Let's take a look. Get you up on the tripod. Let's get working on this. Let's start getting this thing reassembled. Get this thing starting to look like a front end again. Let's take a look. Get you up on the tripod. Let's get working on this. Let's start getting this thing reassembled. Turn that down. Hey, I'm early, man. I want to hear that. What's going on, OG? How's it going? Hope you had a good week. It's been another lovely one here. Freaking cold. Weather sucks. Let's get a good view on this. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. OG, did you buy that triple XNT I sent you? Because it's not on there anymore. Somebody scored. So, over the week, I've been picking at this slowly, trying to get everything cleaned up. These screws are a mess. I'm not buying new ones. Didn't really... Not you? That's a shame. That was a really nice one. That body alone was worth probably what... If it sold for what that was going for, the body alone was worth it. But, I don't know. I got enough. I passed on it. I bought a bunch of cool stuff I got probably coming this week. So, let's do a quick overview of what I got going on with this. Disassembled. This is pretty much your whole front end of this thing. It was a mess. I ended up taking everything apart. All of the bearings were about as crunchy as they get. So those are no good. So I took them and I replaced them. Got all new bearings from Team Associated to replace those. I got extras. Also, the caster bushings were messing. These little guys right here. You got a red and a blue. So I was able to find a part number on those. A-Main still has these in stock. So that was pretty cool. And I was able to get from A-Main, I got the diff gaskets. So if I take this differential apart and the gasket is shot, we will be able to replace it. So let's let a couple more people show up and we'll get started on this. The first thing I'm going to do, we're going to disassemble this differential. I'm going to go with a staggered weight setup on this. I'm not really sure. When I get to the track eventually, then I'll be able to know what it needs. But I'm going to go with a 10K weight in the front. I'm going to go 7 or 7,500 in the center, and I'm going to go 5 in the rear. It's a little on the thick side, but I think it's a good starting point. I can always alter it once I see what the car is going to do. So let's get started. I'm going to start getting this differential apart. Let's get a couple of napkins here. Something to work on. This stuff's gross. But for the most part, all these parts came pretty damn clean. 10.75 is standard. Yeah, I think on this one, I believe... Harold, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. I believe on this one, the standard was 5 all the way across the board. Hey, Corey, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Yeah, I think it was 5K across the board on this was standard. But, yeah, that's standard. We're not going to use that. Let's get the right size here. Now, this is just a basic gear style. 5's pretty loose. Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. But conveniently, I'm doing the front today, and I have 10K available. When I go to the track today, I'm going to pick up the 7,505. So what's everybody up to? We working on anything today? I'll be heading to the track later today, hopefully to have a better day than I had last week. Last week was absolutely terrible, but it was still a good day of racing either way, so I'll take it. Yeah, 5's going to be pretty loose, I think, on the dirt. I think 5 in the back will be fine. I think 7,500 in the front will be good. I think the 10 may be a little too much for the front, depending on how the track is, but there's no way to know until I get there. So we're going to just run that. I'm going to try getting this thing ready soon so I can start trying it out and getting a pretty good setup on it. It looks like, what's it called? LCRC. It's a local track, which is, I think, the one that, the Nitro Addiction, that buggy that he has, is, I think that's an LCRC sticker on that one that he's got. They have a 3-day event going. It's a practice on Friday with like a meet and greet, and everybody can hang out. Hey, Andrew, what's going on, brother? And Saturday will be late registration, practice, and qualifying. And then they're going to be running racing pretty much all day on Sunday. So I don't know. If I can get this thing together and this thing runner, it's a good runner, I'm going to have to get a hotel, obviously. I'm not driving back and forth for 3 days. So it's going to be an investment. So I want to make sure I get this thing done right. And I want to make sure that, you know, it's worth my time. I mean, I can't drive worth the shit, but I'm going to make sure I bring as much buggy as I can. So first look at this diff. The bearings are nice. They're a little crusty on the outside. I'm just going to clean them up. I don't believe there's a reason to replace them. They're fine. The out drives, I cleaned them up a little bit. The rust came right off them. They look great. I mean, I don't see a problem with them. They're definitely not getting replaced. So let's take a look in this thing, and what do we got? Ew. Yeah, we got mud. Yeah, that's not great. That's not great. So these definitely got to get cleaned out, disassembled. Basic 4-gear. Harold's got to go wash his ass. It's early. It's not early for me, man. It's 11 o'clock. Yeah, so this has got to get completely disassembled. So I'm just going to take this apart. Harold, you go wash your ass, and we'll still be here. All right. Take the sun gear out. If anybody's never disassembled these, they're pretty simple. You got to push the pin through. There's probably going to be a washer underneath it. Ugh, this is nasty. Oh, I didn't intend to get this dirty this early in the morning. This is what it is. All right, there's our pin. It's probably a washer. Let's take a look. Yes, there is. So the easiest way to probably get that is I'm going to push the out drive out. Then it'll just be sitting right on top. There's our out drive. Looks good. Here's a crusty bearing, but the inside is what counts. So we'll clean that up nice. Let's get this washer up out of here. There's our washer. And just a nice gear. The teeth on it look fine. I don't see any problems. That'll be just fine. Oh, this is nasty. Ugh. It's probably the worst parts of it. There's a good question. Well, we're not going to have to worry about tearing the gasket because it didn't have one. That's awesome. Doing good. We're getting somewhere today. It's 9 o'clock. Hey, man, I can't help that. All right. So you're going to pull out the first cross with the first set of gears. Come on out. There we go. Second set stuck. There we go. And then this sun gear. This is the one that's always a pain in the ass trying to get the pin back in. So this one here, you just kind of give it a, or not. Come on out. Come on, don't be that guy. There we go. There's the other sun gear. Now, this is the one that's always a pain in the ass, trying to get this pin back in. This thing will fight you forever, but you just got to get it in the right spot in the cup, and it'll come right out. Okay, let's try and figure out where that is. Honestly, the bearing on that side's not bad. I could probably just leave that in and save myself the headache. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll take this. I'm going to clean it all out real nice. If you haven't seen many 8 scales with gaskets, well, here it is. Gasket is available for it. They make it. You got the long and regular snap-on picks. They're great. Yeah, I like the snap-on picks. I have a lot of snap-on stuff. Like I stepped onto the truck once. Yeah, there is a channel. It's just anybody that's ever done these, you understand that they're a pain in the ass. The channel's probably right here on the side, right there. There's usually one or two actually. I don't know if it's worth trying to fight with it, because you know you're going to fight it going in, you're going to fight it coming out. I just don't... Oh, there it is. Came out anyway. Alright. Out drive, bearing, and a washer. Okay. There's also a little O-ring in there too. Is there one on that? Yep. So we'll take them out too, because if you go to clean these out, chances are that O-ring will fall out. See? A nice little washer in there. So disgusting. This is probably the nastiest parts about doing these things. I hate doing these things. This and shock oil. It's just gross. Alright. So we just got to start cleaning this stuff off. All I'm going to use is just a basic, just some napkins. Then I'm going to take it over and I'm going to hit it with some like PB Blaster or something like that. Mac Tools ones don't last that long at work, Corey says. I've never really had a problem with Mac Tools. I've always had a problem with Mac Tool dealers. It seems like your Snap-on guys, I don't know the business, but I do know a few of them, and usually that's like a judge's job. You know what I mean? They keep that job until they retire, and then they usually hand their route off to somebody that they know. It's kind of that's just how it works. And the Mac guy, I've known one dude that took a Mac route. He didn't do it very long. And then I know, like, I'll have a whole pile of Mac tools that are for warranty, and then that dude just don't show up. Andrew Surrey says he's going to a swap meet tomorrow. I love swap meets, man. My pocket does not love swap meets, but just, you know, I recommend getting there early. If you never did it before, get there early, man. There's only a couple of times to get a good deal. It's usually in the morning, if it's just a good deal, or right at the end of the day when that guy does not feel like packing his shit up. Andrew says his Snap-on guy is a douche. The Matco guy died. Yeah, probably of starvation. And the Mac dealer in 20 years of being open. You're the swap meet master? Good. I want to see what you pick up. We'll see how good you do. I did a video on how well I did. Let's see. I hope you get something awesome, dude. But, yeah, like when I went, I had to get there early because I heard a couple of other Nitro guys were showing up. So, you know, if there was a Nitro deal and I was there last, I'm not getting it. So, long story short, I got there early and I scored. I scored pretty damn good. But it all depends. Well, I got a battery done. Let me go take care of that real quick. All right, let's see what's going on. Leaving tomorrow at 4 a.m. to get there at 7. That's awesome, man. Like I said, good luck. I love swap meets. I did so good at that last one. I am 100% going to the next one. I know that. All right. So I'm going to get this all cleaned up, get the shit out of it. Not too worried about anything on the outside because it's just going to get covered anyway. Trailer's packed. Oh, you're selling. That's a problem I have. I don't sell shit, man. I just remember to hit that like button. I hope the rest of you do as well. Help me out. Where's this swap meet at? Is it local? Because I know you're not local to me, but not that far. Selling crawlers. OG's into them crawlers, man. Maybe he has something, you know, maybe you two can hook up and give him a good deal on something. That'd be cool. Save yourself having to take it to the swap meet. I know he's into them. All right, that looks pretty good. Got the whole inside cleared out. I got the washers back in. I'm going to start to reassemble this side. I'm just going to let this sit upside down, and we'll let the goo, if you would, just kind of work its way out. Uh-oh. OG's thinking about them crawlers. See what I mean? Plant City on the West Coast. Oh, man, that ain't even nowhere near me. Never mind. I thought you were closer. Okay. Where's that bearing? Let's see if we can get this one cleaned up nice. OG likes his crawlers, man. And I like spending his money. So, I'm East Coast, Trump County. Shop is Mar-a-Lago. Oh, yeah, that's right. You are. Yeah, okay. You're from Florida. Drive the trailers to OG. Oh, man. That's one of the fine times, I think, where, yeah, he's in Florida. I would have to say that's probably one of the fine times where I'd say shipping is definitely cheaper. You're definitely going to do good. Andrew, I'm going to be heading into Florida. I think I'm going to take a vacation in the next couple of months. I got some moves going on at work. If, you know, once I get everything back to everything being settled. Wow, that battery's done already. You can tell what kind of week I had just last week. That battery's still good. All right, well, let me just go take that off the charger. That was impressive. All right, cool. He's in Florida. Oh, back to what I was saying. I got family in Florida, and I am overdue for a vacation, so I may be heading to Florida. But, I mean, if you're down by Mar-a-Lago, I'm not anywhere near that. I'm going to be heading towards probably Jacksonville. That's where we're probably going to end up going. North. All right, then this is a simple reassembly. O-ring goes back in. The bearing will sit actually on the gear, and then you just put your output drive through there. Don't forget your washer. I'm going to clean that off. Yeah, 5 hours north, yeah. What's going on, Mike? Yeah, I go into Jacksonville. I fly into Stanford, and then I have to do the 2.5 drive back. Got them too. Yeah. Actually, it has 2 washers on it. If you take them apart, there was 2. Michael Graham, the Traxxas man. How's it going, dude? Yeah, so that if I when that comes to be, if it comes to be, like I said, I got stuff going on at work. I got to get straightened out first, and we get everything back to just the normal. I'm gonna try to head out for a week or so. No shims? No, it had 2 little washers for underneath there just to take the slack out of the outdrive. But no, that's it. I'll check I'll check and see if I have to shim them. I have Arma shims. Hey John, how's it going, brother? Building a buggy, so that way when JP does his buggy challenge, I have something to smoke you this time with. Since you beat me with that Savage so badly, we're coming for you this time. I'm actually stoked about that. I think that's going to be a good time. Calling me a nerd. Working? John's always working. He's a hard-working guy. 6 days a week. And then he hangs out with us, 3 of them during the week, and 1 on Sundays. So I'm pretty sure everybody here is already subbed to John, and OG, everybody else. I don't think Corey's doing much. He's just hanging out. Michael Graham's been putting up some good stuff about them Traxxases. I like his approach. He's trying something a little different. Everybody does the HPIs, the Team Associateds. He's the one still using the Traxxas, and I think that's awesome. I like my Traxxas. That Revo, I still love that Revo, even though it hates me. So, all right, we got it all back together. All I got to do is put the sun gear on here. There it is. Nice and cleaned up. Bearing feels nice. Yeah, Mike, I appreciate it when people do something a little bit different. You know what I mean? There's really not a large assortment of nitros and things that we can do. So it's nice to see something different. You know, I enjoy it, and I appreciate that. A lot of people, I think that that's a really good platform to kind of show people how to use, because I think the like the Traxxas version is probably everybody's first. It was my first. I know that. Yeah, my first one was a the Nitro Slash. I still have it. It's up on the shelf. Harold's back. He's cleaned up, I guess. That was a fast shower, man. You get everywhere you need to get. Seemed kind of quick, brother. All right, so I'm happy that I bought this. My first was a Revo. See, ain't no female. What that mean? You can you don't have to wash everything, Harold? That's not true. Never skimp on the paperwork or a good shower, my man. See, everybody loves the Revo. I think I'm one of the few that will take the Revo over the T-Max, but to be honest, I haven't owned a T-Max. I just, you know, I did a video this morning with my very first Revo. Did you already, did you post it up, Mike, or is it just, you know, you're still putting it together? Yeah, I don't know what weight they had in there, but most of it leaked right out. I mean, there's very little left in there. I don't think, not yet. All right. So there you go, everybody. Everybody that's watching this, Michael Graham will be posting something about his first Revo later. Let's check it out. Michael Surrey did one about his Nitro room. Definitely cool. Check it out. Anybody seen that post that JP put up about his showing the wall that he has in his garage? With all the accent lighting and stuff? Dude, looks good. That thing, I'm jealous, man. He got a collection and a half, that guy. It's not a Revo. What's not a Revo? Did I miss something? Very first Nitro. Okay. I got Revo on the brain. I'm sorry, brother. It's pretty cool that you still have your first one. I still have mine because what am I going to do with it? Who the hell wants a Nitro Slash? All right. That's about as far as I'm going to go as far as cleaning that. There's a little bit on the bottom. Just stuck stuff. You'd be there for days trying to get that out of the cracks. Let's get this bearing cleaned out. This is probably one of the worst ones. Revo on the brain. I have 19 runners on the shelf. Yeah, I'm just joking, Harold. I don't mind the Slash. I think the Slash is kind of fun. 50 miles an hour rough out of the box. That thing just wants to backflip once it hits like 40. You don't have to do anything to it. It's just great the way it is. Andrew, if you got 19 Revos on the shelf, I think maybe you should put a couple of those crawlers back on the shelf and take like 9 of those and take those to the swap meet and see if you can sell them. Totally is. They're nuts, Harold says. They're cool looking doing wheelies too. Yeah, man. The Revo, Harold, you're on to that one. The Revo, it could be tough to work on. It seems like it's a very easy platform to work on. The problem with it is you'll always forget something, and in order to install that something, you got to take like 90% of it apart. I'm pretty sure I have all the Traxxas. Well, then you need to do an inventory, my friend. Oh yeah, Harold. They're definitely not for the novice work on. They definitely. Every time I put one together, it's like, okay, I can put this part in now, and it's like, man, now I got to take 3 more apart to get it. I did. Interested in one Revo? No, I have 2. That's enough for me. Traxxas I would be interested in. I would be interested in a what are they called? The Slayer. I would be interested in a Slayer. I do not have one. I would like one. I don't have a Jado. I would like a Jado. And I would like a Stampede. I have an electric one, and I think that those smaller wheelbase ones are kind of fun. Jay's got you the hookup in March, Harold says, for a Jado. That's sweet. I'm sure anything you get from Jay will be definitely worth having. That guy, he's a top shelf individual. I like him. But I'm also getting the new RC10. It's pre-ordered. Okay. Now, Harold, were you here last week when I showed the RC I picked up? Because I don't know. I have mixed opinions on picking up the new one. I put my deposit on it on A-Main. It's just sitting there. They haven't done anything with it. So I don't know. I may just cancel it because I got that one. So far, the most fun nitro I have ran is a Slayer Pro. Wow, that's a bold statement, Andrew. Out of all the ones we got, you like that Slayer? Maybe I'm sleeping on that. Maybe I should put that on the front burner to get one. I just spent like $300 on some parts for one of these things, so I'm not buying nothing for a little bit. Nitro Steve, what's up, dude? No, I wasn't. I was busy. Okay. Yeah, I picked up a really, really nice. It's a RC10 GT. It's the second version, not the pan style. It's the one. And dude, I got it pretty cheap. I mean, if you're looking for a super clean RC10, you can buy an original one pretty much ready to rock and roll for half the price of what they want for that kit. I mean, I find them all the time. I find them in Triple X NTs. You know me, I like my stadium trucks. Hey, Wire, what's going on, brother? Hey, that slow motion video you did was pretty cool, man. We got to do something together one of these days. We have a similar style. I think it'd be fun. I just got a mint RC10 GT2 for 80 bucks. Andrew, see, that's what I'm talking about. Mine is not mint, but it's nice enough. Let's put it that way. I've also never had a brand new truck. I got you, man. Hey, man, that's your dollar. You do what you want with it. I mean, is your new one going to be nicer than the one I got? Yeah, probably. But I already have an engine. I have servos. I'm 90% of the way ready to rock and roll. Haywire, one of these days when you do a live, remember that live you did with, what's his name? It's escaping me. Where you guys shared the screen? We got to do that one of these days. I think that'd be a lot of fun. All right, I spent enough time cleaning this bearing. That looks a lot better. It's nice and smooth. I am not worried at all about that one. So we can do that. I can put the O-ring back in. Yeah, RC Live 420. That's it. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I haven't seen anybody do it since either. I mean, what's Nitro Freak does his stuff all the time where he has 5 people on him. But I mean, as far as a dual one, yeah, that looked pretty fun. And the only new one I ever bought outside OS Traxxas is Serpent Buggy. Yeah, you don't have to buy new. I mean, I think sometimes doing the repairs like this is more fun than buying new. I mean, it's gross, it's dirty. If you don't know what you're doing, please don't. But yeah. Let's see. The best thing about the RC10 GT release are the part support. Absolutely. Absolutely. Check out Andrew's other account, Nitro Pimp, if you want to feel bad about your collection. Look at his. I've actually, I think I'm on one of his, and I've seen his, and yeah, he tried to help me out with a part, but we were not successful at that one. Harold's wearing an RC Life 420 shirt right now. So just an update, Harold is washed and wearing a nice shirt. Nitro Freak, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Stopping in to say hello. All right, well, hello. Deal with the smell. Oh, yeah. They usually do stink. All right. Where are we at here? Okay, so washer's in. We need bearing. Bearing's just going to sit on the housing. Out drive. Now the fun part. I got to get that stupid pin back in. Always fun. All right, washers. All right, we're just going to put those in one at a time. This is not going to work. Three more crates of yard cars. Yeah, if you find parts for that MT2, man, or the, yeah, that MT 3.0, man, I need it. I'm still looking. You got his super toolkits? I haven't really followed that guy that much. Maybe I should. Seems like a nice guy. I've talked to him a few times, but I don't think I don't have a shirt of his. I ain't that big of a fan. Maybe I'm gonna have to maybe I'm sleeping on that guy. Maybe I should check him out more. No. That's Sen MT Spec 3.0. That I'm looking for that one little part. I need one part, and then it's good to go. We could take it for a rip, but I cannot find it. Part number FF231. It's like a little piece of plastic, like a bridge. Oh, I hate you pins. I hate you pin. Okay. Oh, this is going to be hell. I hate these pins. Why did I take this out? Should have just left it in. I'm going to push down on it. There it goes. Yeah. Great success. There we go. Hate that freaking pin. Nitro Pimp. How about that one? That's a cool name. Oh, by the way, I also wanted to give a shout out to Texas Aggie. He got a hold of Nick from the Nitro RC vlog, or whatever he's formerly known as now. Nick gave him my email, and he hooked me up with the spring to fix that fuel tank for my RC10 GT that I just picked up. I really like that, and I'd like to thank him personally. I mean, I really appreciate it. I mean, something as small as just a spring like that is going to be very helpful in making that Nitro great again, and I didn't even have to cover shipping. I offered, and he said, don't worry about it, man, and it's on its way. I mean, fantastic guy. I've never met him before, other than maybe on here, and he was willing to help out, and I think that's awesome. I think we need more guys in the community like him. I really, really appreciated that. You know what I mean? Hell yeah. I try to help out people when I can. I can't give away free stuff because I'm not rich. But if I have anything here that it's not being used, that anybody really needs to finish a project, I mean, gladly hit me up. I gave a couple of things out to a few people, and they've been very appreciative of it. I'm not going to mention who because I'm not looking to get any kind of retribution. Not retribution. Wow, retribution. Yeah, I didn't give them junk. You know what I mean? I don't need anything for it. You know what I mean? But yeah, we mechanics are never rich. No, that's one thing a mechanic will not be, unless you're one of them very special mechanics or own your own place. When I took mechanics, the way that our teacher told us is you probably will never be rich unless you own the place, but in the same token, you'll never go hungry, and I believe it. He was right on that one. Hey, I own my own place. Hey, good for you, brother. Yeah, I took mechanics for 4 years, and then I got more into the parts side of it, and I actually made more money selling parts than I did turning a wrench, and I never looked back. Now I'm not even close to doing that. I'm doing I drive a truck. You know what I mean? It's a weird world, you know. Now here's something cool. They got little washers on the back of these planetary gears. So they are shimmed a little bit. Somebody was in here playing. Alright, so we gotta get this on this side. That on that side. Two washers on that side. Make sure I ain't missing a washer. Alright, let's drop these down in. See how they fit. Okay. Now there is a notch in the log. Also, you got to make sure that the cross pins are going to cross. Five bays for cars, one bay for nitros. Hell yeah. That's cool. The boss plays in Bay 1, the RC Bay. Yeah, I only have a one-car garage, and I have another one in the back that's also one, you know? At 53, my daughter's almost ready to take it over. That's cool if she can, man. Hand it down. Yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed turning wrenches. I always had a good time. But I don't know. I'm one of those kind where if you say, hey, man, we're going to do an alternator today, we're going to do a starter today, you're going to lose my interest real fast. Real fast. You know, you want to make something fast. You want to put a bigger turbo on something. You want to add some nitrous. You want to wire a race car. I'm in. I'm all over it. If you think I'm going to sit there and just do regular mechanical work all day, man, I don't want to do it. I'm good. It's an acquired trade, and I don't have it. She did put a shop phone on my nitro desk. Oh man, I would have fought that. I'm here to have fun. I'm not here to work. That's her job now. All right. So there we go. All the gears are in nice. Cross pins are nice. We're going to have to open these gaskets. It's going to need that. Rynks is into spending money and blowing stuff up. They usually work hand in hand, Haywire. I like spending money. Because, hey, man, I make it. Let me do it. And, what else? I enjoy that, but I don't like blowing stuff up necessarily. It just seems to be a side effect. Dude, if you've seen the weekend that I had last weekend racing, oh my God, I was ready to blow up everything. It was such a shit show. All right, so let me see where that is. Just going to set that in there. It's probably the easiest way to do it. All right, so we got a fresh gasket in there to replace the non-existent gasket that was in there. That's cool. Put these to the side. I put all this to the side, honestly. All right, so we got our diff built. Everything is ready to go. I'm going to start filling it up. I'm going to say we're going to stagger it out. 10K to the front. I'm going to do 75 in the center. I'm going to do 5 in the back. It's going to be a little on the thick side, but I think it'll work out. This one's not open. Let me see if I have an open one. Yeah, I do. Excellent. All right. It's a TLR brand, but they're all the same. 10K between this, and it's all the same. All right. Now, the way I do these diffs, you can overfill these things. Is I usually just run it till it covers all the gears, just barely over the top of the gears. But what I'll do is I'll take them and I'll rotate them. Just got to watch because they like to pop up. So it takes a minute. Just take them and spin the gears, get everything going. So that way you'll see how now everything's kind of towards the bottom. So now I know I need to add more. Push it back down. Rotate it again. So, and usually once or twice is all that this will require. It doesn't go crazy. So we'll fill this up a little bit more, and that's it. I'm calling it. We're going to start putting this diff back together and start getting this thing totally together. Yeah, I bought some more parts. It's not for a nitro. It's for something else that I've been neglecting, and I mentioned I felt kind of bad for it in the last live. So I got some, and we're going to make this thing great again. I guess buggies are different. When I'm doing a power build on a Traxxas or Arma, it's 5,000 in the axles. Yeah, Andrew, I'm going to actually race this on a dirt track. I'm going to use it for the speed runs within reason. I'm not going to go nuts because I know there's some heavy hitters that are going to probably show up for JP because he's a good dude. So do I think that I stand a chance? Probably not, because this is not going to be built for a street. And if it was, I probably would have did it a Electric is way different. Yeah, I have a really nasty electric buggy. I mean, but yeah. Oh, if you wanted to go electric buggy, I'm just going to use my Typhon. My Typhon's, that thing's fun. All right, let's set this down for now. Now what I want to do is I'm going to use a screw already in this. So that way I can get it to hold the gasket in place. Maybe yeah, one will be enough. And just kind of get her there and set her down. Okay. Just like that. So now we could probably get all 4 of them started. It'll go right through the gasket, no problem. Yeah, electric is no joke, man. I'll tell you what. If anybody has the cash and is looking for an electric buggy, that TLR Typhon is nasty. But any of the 6S Typhons, you put them on 6S, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's so fun. I mean, oh, it's a nitro, makes noise and all that. Yeah. We all know about that. We all enjoy it. But I'll tell you what. That buggy at 60 miles an hour, if you're not having fun with that, man, I'm sorry. I don't know. There's something wrong with you. All right. So let me see how we're going to do this. I have 20 mil in my X-Max. Yeah. I got to get an X-Max. I don't have one of them either. Yeah, 3S Typhon. From what I have a lot of friends that have the 3S one. I bought it. I bought the 6S TLR one because I wanted to actually take it to a track and have some fun with it, and I did. Yeah, 20 mil. I have some of that right here. Yeah, here's your 20 mil. Do not, I repeat, do not put this shit into a Traxxas / diff. It will make the pins spin inside the differential and destroy it. That's why I always enjoyed both. Yeah, I enjoy both. A bit. A nice electric costs a lot of money. Everything costs money, Mike. I already knew about that. I think I paid OnlyFans Nitro. That's going to be the new thing. You go on OnlyFans and just show off your nitros. Hey, a foot pixel sell. I'm sure my Savage pixel sell. You know? What the hell? I think I still have 5X Maxes and 4 XRTs. The XRT is pretty cool. I don't know if I would choose it over an X Max though. I don't know. I'd have to drive both. I've only driven the X Max, and that's pretty wild. That thing's huge, but I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't get into it to the point where I had to buy it. You know what I mean? They are so expensive. I hate Traxxas electronics, so I know right off the bat buying a new one is probably not for me. Yeah, they're 2 totally different trucks, but they base, like the XRT, they kind of say is like it. But the X-Max rides wheelies, it does backflips better. The XRT can probably take into a track a lot nicer, obviously. Slow-ass crawlers. Noisy nitros, but zipping on a carpet track is like nothing else. Yeah, I like a little bit of everything. That's why I own a little bit of everything, you know? Together, all 4 screws are in. Bearings feel good. Diff feels real nice. It's got a gasket, so that's a plus. So I think now the time is we'll just start getting the housings together. We're going to grease I'm going to have to grease this gear before I put it together because it looks like I will not be able to access it. Not going to be able to access it through the bottom. Or can I? No, I can. Okay, so I can grease it from the bottom. That's what I'm going to do. How does that sit on there? Just like that. I guess it just floats. All right, cool. The crawler thing I tried. Partially. Let's put it that way. I bought that XR4TM, the little guy. I hated that thing. I got into building crawlers a few years ago. I built them too nice to use. Yeah, they sell everything and anything under the sun for those little crawlers, which is really cool. But I just couldn't get into it. I don't know why. I just maybe it's me. I don't know. I just couldn't do it. It was so damn slow. I probably really liked it. It was just that I don't know that little one. I don't know. I just didn't like it. Oh, what's going on? Did we drop? All right, I guess I'm back. The new team associated 7.5 carpet car is sick, but it's belt drive. What's the 7.5? Is that a carpet car? Is that off of the what is it? The SR10, like the one I have? Belt drive. That's kind of strange for Team Associated. I don't think I've seen a belt drive one from them in a long time. All right, so this has to come out. We're gonna put them. All right, what do we got going on here? Okay, that has to go through there. Ah, touring car. Is that new one? Or no, was that a Serpent I just seen? I don't know if they're having. See, the only thing is with the oval carpet that we have around here is they're very homegrown classes. So if they don't have a class for it, I can't really use it. So buying something like that touring car for me would pretty much be useless. And belt cars are a pain in the ass. Let's be honest. Looks like a Serpent. Yeah, Team Associated has been coming out with some bangers lately. All right. Let's get this diff in. It just slides in. The two bearings right inside the... Right like that. Okay. It feels good. I don't believe it need a shim or anything. Feels good. Feels good. So that's got to slide in between there. Perfect. And these will go in through here. Then we got to start assembling the bottom section. The bottom section will have the pins for the lower control arms. And then the sway bar goes in through here. Oh, man, pistachios. I love pistachios. Those freaking things. I'll tell you what. They're addictive as shit, and they're expensive. They sell those at the vending machine at work, and I mean, I paid $2 for a little freaking bag. If they made a new nitro engine, be a top seller. Look at the 15 and 12 to 23-year-olds and still running. The small block stuff is really cool. Come on. There. Yeah. It's just my... Recommend eating it with the shell. Hell no. I'm not eating it with the shell. Is, like I was saying, is if, what they were going to do for an engine, because if you're going to buy, you're going to spend $400 on that kit and you got to source an engine, you're basically relying on finding old stock or eBay, which can be a complete nightmare if it doesn't go your way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Nitro Steve, I agree. The CVRs are nice. I have a 12 CVR and I have a I have a 12 CVR and I have a 18 CVR. Feels good. Got the honey to do list. Oh man. Not really a fan of this. It seems like it's a little too loose. All right, once I tighten it up, it feels better. So yeah, it's just because I don't have the bottom halves in yet. Okay, so let's start with that. Let's start getting these rear arms on, arms on. So one of the things when I took this apart that I noticed is when they had the top arms were down, are on backwards, but everything's labeled R and L. Like, it doesn't make any damn sense. So how the hell they managed to put them on backwards, I have no idea. So it's got to go like this. That's your right and that's your left. Right, let's see. Yeah, it's got to go forward. So that's the right side. That's the left side. Okay, cool. There we go. There's your right and your left side. Here is our A block. This thing came out real nice. Like I said, I wondered about some of these blue chrome parts, like some of the stuff that came on this, but I guess this was the team kit, so that's why you got all the fun stuff. So let's put them on there. All right, this is going to be a little bit of a problem. All right, let's disassemble. Okay. We'll put this in first. Put this one in second. Slide that arm on. Slide that arm on. Make sure that these are not screwed up. Did that kit also come with a Happy Meal and a toy? No, I only buy HPI engines with a Happy Meal. Hey man, that'd be a cool Happy Meal, wouldn't it? I'd definitely be happy. Just like that. Okay, then we just got our screws. That's it. Simple. Yeah, this has all the pill adjustments and stuff like that, so you can raise your arm height and everything like that. I love this little trap here. They have one like a hinge bolt and two other ones, so that way you can do a quick change on your sway bar if you wanted to. But we're not doing that right now. So let's tighten these down. No, that's right. So Haywire, when you jumping off that roof again? Everybody's kind of getting used to your shenanigans. We need another roof or something. We got to go bigger this time. All right. Okay. Feels nice. Cool. Let's get this other one tightened down. Set it away. So what's going on, everyone, today? OG, you going out running? It's probably not as cold as it's been. Yeah, that feels better now. I like that. Nitro Steve said, took 6 cars out last weekend and broke 4. Parts should be here today to fix 3. So you broke 2/3 of your cars and you'll be able to fix 75% of them today. It's not a bad deal. All right. So there we go. That's part of it cleaned up. We're getting there. Hey, Boatman, what's going on, brother? Just gonna do some reassembly. Just finish the diff on this. See if we can get a better shot up here. Start working more towards the center of the bench. Oh, all right. Right there. That's good. Another cold day. Yeah, I haven't been outside yet. All right, so let's see. Next one, I think we'll put the shock tower on. The shock tower is pretty simple. Let's start doing that. Get this out of the way. Do the sway bar. I think I'm going to work my way from front. But, yeah. Oh, this has those little nuts on the back. There we go. Yeah, they said, well, I think tonight we're supposed to get snow again. That's the biggest problem with Pennsylvania. I mean, I understand it's called a forecast for a reason. It's basically just a best guess. But the DOT stuff, man, they're getting crazy. Like, they are closing roads down for nothing. Like, I mean, all they got to do is say, hey, man, we're getting it. We don't even have it. All we got to do is we're getting it, and they're closing this down. You have no idea the trouble and headache that brings. Like, we got guys out today. We work Monday through Friday, 99% of the time. But because we got rain the other night and a little bit of ice, bam, we're got guys working Saturday now. You know, it fucking blows. I don't believe that there should be a commercial ban when we have these problems. I think that there should be a like a normal four-wheeler car ban, because I will drive behind a guy in an 18-wheeler any day of the week before I will some of these kamikazes with their regular cars. Trust me, that guy's not trying to get himself in a bind, but you know, a dummy with a four-wheeler will. But hey, I hope we get enough snow. I don't like that little bitty, you know, bothersome snow. If we're gonna get snow, man, nail me. Let's have some fun. You know, I want to see a foot. Make it at least worthwhile. You know what I'm saying? Got a Dynamite 21 to break in today too. Man, you got a good day ahead of you, Steve. I'm going to the track. Hopefully, have a better day than last week. As long as my battery charger works, we'll be in good shape. Last week, the charge lead for my battery broke, so I had to go and resort back to my practice batteries on my Slash, and in the last lap, it died. Watch what you wish for? No, man, I wish for it. Bring the 2-3 feet of snow. If they close down a complete DOT, I get the day off, and we still get paid. So, I'm okay with it. Okay. Let's do the sway bar. Let's put the sway bar on. The sway bar cleaned up pretty nice. Not too bad. The finish is a little shitty, but it's not rusty. The end links came out pretty good. I'm happy with it. So here's what we got so far. Shock tower is on. Everything's looking pretty good. Let's see what the chat says. Nothing better than that Jeep Commando doing 80 going by 3 miles down the road, the hazard lights on in a ditch. Man, it never fails. It never fails. I mean, I feel bad. You know, I don't want to see anybody getting hurt. But I mean, if you're dumb, stay in that ditch. Worry about you later. Yeah, I don't mind the snow. Like I said, if it's too much, I just stay home. All right, sway bar goes in here. Yeah, it's pretty cool on this thing too. Like, they really didn't change much. The only problem I've had so far was the pins that hold the shocks on. I ordered a set from A-Main that look kind of close, but they're for an rc8.2. They're right here. They look identical. They're too short. They're not long enough. So I found a set on eBay. They should be here this week. The dummy out in the snow with a sports car. Yeah. Hey, man, I drive the RS in the snow, but it's all-wheel drive. It's still a sports car. But, yeah, you'll see them every now and then. I don't know. I just couldn't do it. Be that guy in a Corvette in a snowstorm. You're like, well, sucks to be you now, don't it? All the other days of the year don't, but. All right. Hey, I'm a good driver. Yeah, Corey, with that Challenger. Rear-wheel drive isn't as bad in the snow as a lot of people say. It's just more or less you're getting stuck. That's all. Like my car doesn't get stuck because of traction. My car gets stuck because of ground height because I like to drive my shit low, and it's basically the front end becomes a plow, you know. 47 years in Canada experienced. I didn't think you were that old. That sucks. I thought you were younger. All right. Now these sway bar links are going to give me a problem now getting in there. Go straight. Get straight up in there. Yep, no kidding. I thought you were my age. You're a little older. Oh. This has those stupid ends on it like track shoes. Now see, Lotus, I thought you were way older than me. You look like you're like 60. I'm just joking. Oh, Jesus. Alright, what are we going to use? Come on, straighten out. That's cold-blooded. Oh, come on now. You're only 3 years older than me. And we are cold-blooded. Not like for you. What? Mike's laughing about it. Come on. Bunch of youngins. Yeah, OG, you're kind of old. You're older than all this. But you know what? We had this discussion at work. Like, I think 40 and, like, let's say 40 to 45 is a good age because, dude, we had it so much better than they have it today. You know what I mean? Like, if you think about it, yeah, I was born in 84, but I grew up in, you know, from like 94 and up. You know what I'm saying? And the 90s were cool, man. Early 2000s were cool. Things today suck. Right now, this sucks. Trying to get this back through that damn hole. Okay. Wow. 55 last month. Shit. That's not that old anymore. My dad is 62. There we go. Come on. Yeah, at least with OG, you know, if, you know, the end of the world ever comes, he'll probably outlive all of us because at least he knows how to survive. All right, I think I got something going on here. Yeah, those ball studs are a pain in the ass. I hate those. Traxxas uses those on the bottom of their slash shocks. And if you don't get it lined up in the arm just right and they kick sideways, they're such a pain in the ass to get through. That's what this did. All right, cool. It's one side. Yeah, the sway bar's got a nice little pocket in these things. It's just got these 2 screws and then this hinge. All you do is just disconnect your links from the arm and flip that out, and bam, done. I'll survive. You need them survival skills. Nah, man. If the apocalypse comes and basic, society is screwed and we're all kind of just having to make it do, I'm screwed. I don't hunt. I don't like to fish. I can fish, but I don't like to fish. I was a Boy Scout, but all we do is make fucking pine trees out of pine cone Christmas trees and shit. So that's it. If the world goes to shit, you'll see Jonah. Do you want Uncle Sam to save you? I don't know. I think Uncle Sam's going to be the one that's going to be the problem. Does that make sense? That's one thing I've always never understood about this newer generations. You know, I mean, you could talk like an old man once you hit 40. Is when I was younger, it was, screw the government. It was always screw the police for the most part, but you still respected them. And the best way to, not have to worry about the police was just to not do anything where they need to look at you. And that's how everybody got by, you know what I mean? It was not so bad. But nowadays, it's, instead of going to your neighbor to tell them, hey, man, can you turn the music down? They want to make a law against it. Like, I don't know, just things have changed. All right, so I guess we'll do the, the hubs and the, I put all new bearings in here, greased everything up. OG's already got his bug out bags ready. He is prepared. Dude, I hope you don't have to use them. I hope it doesn't come to that point. So this is the right side, so luckily, bam, right there. Okay, so how does this go back together? Let's take a look. The top. That's through. That's the right side. This is the right side. So it's got to go inside here. Then the pin goes through. Pretty easy. Let's take a look. Check the manual. I have the manual right here. Open. Yep, that's how it's going to go. Just like that. So, idiot proofed. Right with the right, left with the left. Pin slides through. So I got to find the pins. There we go. Little screw comes out. It retains them. I'm going to slide that in. Just like that. I've had my stuff packed my whole life. I hope we never need it. That's not going to work. Wrong size. All right, I got to grab another tool. This is way smaller than everything else. All right, I'm back. 1.5 got to go in this one. I don't need that much to survive. No, I don't need as much to survive either. I probably can go without a meal for quite a while. Kind of fat. Sucks. Guys calling it a bug out. We just call it the mountains for a few days. Never been much of a camper or like a survivalist or anything like that. I think it's really awesome. Those guys, like, they could throw me on an island, man. I'm as good as dead. Okay, so that's that side. So this has, and there's 2 screws for that. It's like that. get our axle started. Like so. All right. Yeah. Everything just slides together. Everything says right and left on it. They made this pretty much dummy proof. These were probably the worst of the screws. I had these things sitting in PB Blaster for like 3 days. One, because it worked, it cleaned them. And two, is I forgot about them. So that's why they sat there for 3 days. You got extra good batteries this week? No, I got a new charge lead so I can use my regular ones. Dude, last week was such a disaster. Such a disaster. But you know what? It's all up from there. You know what I mean? It sucked. Can't win them all, but sure as hell wasn't winning that one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll have a better race today for sure. I already got the 2 batteries I used charged up. I went over the buggy. Hey, Chris, what's going on, brother? rc10 B74.2D. I haven't used the D versions. I guess those are longer for dirt. I have a 4-wheeler. The only 4-wheeler that I've really used was the was a TLR one. So I really have no what's it called? I have no experience with that one at all. But I have an rc10 B7, the new 2-wheeler, and I like it. I'm gonna come back on that a little. Actually, I'm gonna pull those back out. They're not supposed to be torqued. That means we're gonna need Loctite on these. Metal to metal, should know, but not meant to be torqued down. Rad Ray, man, what's going on? Yeah, the little RC8. We're gonna make this thing bad. We're gonna have a good time with it. You guys look new to the channel. If hit that like button, like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. We do this every Saturday, as well as everybody else that's in here. Everybody else got a channel. A lot of good people in there. Check them out. All right. So we gotta just make sure they're not overly tight. Rad Ray, man, you got some RC8s? Subbed and like, love this kind of stuff. Yeah, we all do. Like I said, everybody here pretty much has a channel, and we all do the same kind of stuff. Everybody here is good people. If you want to check theirs out too, I'd appreciate that. Except for Lotus, he likes boats. But nah, he's a good dude. He's a good dude. He's from Ohio, so you got to understand he's a little different, you know. The hamsters are slowing down. The connection's getting a little fuzzy. All right, well, I'll slow down a little bit, and hopefully it'll catch up. All right, that's good. Just like that. Let that dry up a little bit, and we'll start working on the other side. Yeah, there you go, OG. If you could share everybody's thing, that'd be awesome. Check out OG as well. I'm sure he'll share his. OG is the man. We got to get him up to 1,000. He deserves it. All right. Let's find that pin. Where are we at? Let's get that pin in there. Go. Pin is in. Rad Ray said he just got his RC8 out of hiding, rigging bumpers on it for bashing. I have boats and 5th scales. Hell yeah. We're going to be working on my 5th scale soon. Lotus, I said that I feel bad for the condition it's in. I've kind of beat it and neglected it. So we're going to have some fun, man. I got a couple of new parts, so we're going to clean that thing up and rip it. All right. There's that. I'm going to put this guy in here. Nice. Okay. Time for some upgrades? No, it's gonna, well, one big upgrade. It's a part that I've had for a while that I didn't put on, so we're gonna definitely get to that. Basically just a good cleanup and that one upgrade. But you know how expensive those things are. I'm sure I'll get a couple more things for it. That don't look right. There we go. Waiting on a kill switch. I already have the kill switch. I learned that the hard way. Dude, that is my biggest pet peeve about those low C5 scales is you paid all of that freaking money. All of that money. $1,400. They can't give you a kill switch with it? I mean, come on now. No reason that won't fit. Nope. HPI doesn't either. I don't think they should be able to even sell them that way. I mean, think about that. 35-mile-an-hour car. I mean, they go about 30, 35 miles an hour, some of them. But it's 35 pounds. I think the 5E's even more. If that thing takes off, that's a weapon. You hit somebody in the leg with that thing wide open, it's bad news. All right, what's the issue here? Okay, let's see what the problem is. There's something going on here. HPI only sells kits now. Yeah, I have the low C. Okay, so here's the issue with these. All four have this little shoulder on them. You can see on the screw here. There's two different links. The longer one goes on the bottom. If you put the longer one on the top, it won't fit. It just doesn't fit. So let's start this one again. I had one runaway with a Rovin JT plowed through a privacy fence like Wile E. Coyote. Nothing will stop it. Yeah, mine jumped off the side of a buddy's driveway and completely decapitated his mailbox and then got stuck under a Jeep. That's why it looks the way it does. No, that's not right either. Well, what is the... Okay, got something going on here. All right, I already bruised and healed my leg with that 6-pound RC8. Yeah. Dude, I saw a kid get hit in the head last week with a friggin' buggy. He was marshalling and helping everybody out, which was real cool. But this is just a short screw. The screw is not right. Okay, that's a problem. He basically was sitting in a spot that I know I personally told him, yo, don't sit there. And he continued to sit there. And I mean, he was only trying to be helpful. He did not know. And buggy went off the track to the side just that little bit, and it walloped him right in the head. I mean, he's lucky he didn't get hurt. That's a 3-pound buggy. Imagine a 30, All All right, so this is our problem. The screw is too short. Someone used a real short screw on this. And I'm going to need this washer off it, no doubt. I don't know if I'll be able to get it off. We're going to need something we can use to pull. Oh, always something. Hit him at 100 plus. No, wasn't going that fast, but I mean, it was okay, cool. Cool, it's coming. All right, good. All right, so we need a longer screw. All right, I got to find a screw now. Hit him at 100 plus. I felt bad for the kid but I was like, dude, I told you twice, and he wasn't like a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old. He was probably a 10 or 11. So I'm telling you for a reason, man. No, that's gonna be too long. Too long. That ain't close. What's this? Too long. I will find one. Always something. Let's see what the comments say. No, read the comment above that. A few years ago, a guy lost his foot to an arm of Limitless. Oh, shit. 100 miles. Lost his foot? I had a buddy get whacked in the foot with, I forget what it was. It was like a little 6S, like a low-speed buggy. It really wasn't even that fast. But the way it hit his foot, he got like this infection inside of his foot. Like, it was really bad. Like it was like what, some kind of infection. Like they had to drain it all the time and shit. It was really, really that bad. I don't know if I can go with a longer screw or not. Kind of need a specific size here. Always something on these things. That's too small. Really should start sorting these things out. Oh, what was that one? Let's see if this will work. Let's try it. I think this is going to work. Nope, too long. God damn it. I have pictures of my toes that were purple from an artist. No, man, I don't want to see that stuff. Dude. No. Hey, I think I like this one. Let's try that. Oh, shoot. Low-speed runaways are kind of fun. Yeah, and then you look like an idiot chasing them. I've never had one run away other than that 5th scale. And I mean, that sucked. That was enough for me. All right, what do we got going on here? Nope. Has to be the same freaking size because the hole basically pushes right up against the outer side of the bearing, so it has to be right. I don't know if I have anything. Let's try this one. Nope. Alright, I have more screws. Let's try another one. That's no good. This is a Phillips head. I don't even know how that made it in there. I only use that shit. What size is this one? Nope. Oh, sorry guys. So what happens when you buy secondhand stuff? You never, it's always something. Nope. I don't want to have to cut the screw. Nope. So what do I do? What do you think? Should I see if I find a nut for this screw? Trim it? Let's see, do I have a nut for it? I do have a nut for it. I can probably cut it off at the nut and then use the nut to retrace the threads. It'll be perfectly fine. Or should I just keep looking? I have other bins. Damn it. Let's see what else we got. Let me take a look. Oh shit. Everybody's taking a dive here. Find them other screws. Savage 21 screws don't work. Let's see if these MT2 ones will work. Got anything in here? Definitely not. Maybe we got something here. Let's see. That's same size. I think I got something. We might have something here. Let's see if that'll work. A little shorter, but we're not tightening it all the way up. All right, I think I got something. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Now I got one stainless bolt on here now, though. That kind of sucks. Put that one on the bottom. All aspects, what's going on, brother? Yeah, we're having problems. Problems as always. Oh, come on, get in there. Okay. So we'll use this one on the top so we can't see that one is stainless and one is not. We don't have to be perfect, we just got to be useful. Maybe I won't be able to. Okay, cool. Screw it. Oh, Lord. One little screw. Big problem. Remember, if the women don't find you handsome, they might as well find you handy. Yeah. Handy or wealthy, they'll take you either way. Fortunately, I'm neither. Hopefully I can get a run in today. It's been raining all week. What are you gonna run? Aspects. What's on the menu today? There we go. That worked. No problem. Cool. All right. Well, here's what we got so far, Aspects. Get you caught up. All new bearings. Got the diff serviced. Everything's ready to rock and roll. Sway bars on. C-hubs are back on. Axles are in. Everything's cleaned up, ready to roll. 110% better than it was. Oh, that fast lane machine cut truck. That's a nice truck. Okay. So, I'm going to have to clean up the steering links for sure. But I didn't do those yet. So, as far as we're going to get today, I'm just going to take this thing and get as far as assembled as I can. We'll go from there. Damn pins in the way. Okay. Oops. Okay. These have the pins, have the pills for them as well. Got to just make sure they're going in the right direction. This came out real nice. One of the parts I was worried about, this thing looked like dog. Well, dog. Now it don't look so bad. Left arm on the left, not right on the left, and left on the right like the last time. Whoever had it before me. It's going to need a realignment for sure. Just watched OG's video, and that Nitro Pimp dude has a lot of on-road. You know about old school E-words. Hell, he's been showing his trucks scales and too. He's got a ridiculous collection. I'm gonna check him out after I get off here. Let's see, I'm gonna see what this is all about. Okay, left on the left, right on the right, and this has to go here. Cool. That's a really bad spot to put a bolt. Let's see if I can get it to start threading in. I don't like that at all. They put the bolt, so you'd have to bolt this in first, then put the pins in. Why? Why would we do this? Team Associated, that's not a good idea. The bolt right here. Basically, you'd have to assemble on and then put them in and then click everything together. I don't like that. So, let's do this. You can't do it any other way. So it has to go in like this, through the bulkhead, the other side, and you gotta tighten it up. So it works like a pivot. It's like that. So you're able to pivot it up. I guess you put the arms in and then you got to slide them down. That old stuff is very sensitive, especially with the power this new stuff has. I just melted a wire harness yesterday from plugging in a Lifey battery. A Novak ESC says it will take 28 cells, 1.5 per 19 turn motor. How much voltage can I put through? 28 cells, 1.5. So, okay, 28 cells at 1.5. I'd say 2. Says it will take up to 28 cells. So you take the 1.5 per cell, times it by 28. That seems like 2S or 3S to me, wouldn't it? 1.5 per. What are we talking? Volts or 30 volts? I was gonna say, man, that's a lot. Here's the, what are you running that in on a 19 turn anyway? That's a, I don't know. Can I do 3 or 4? I don't know. I'm stumped on that one. Anybody have any ideas for him? I'm kind of stuck. I don't know. Old drag ESC. You got me on that one. That's before my time. Okay, so this goes here, this goes here. Unless you have to put... I think I have to put the shock tower. Michelle, how you doing? I think the shock tower has to go on after this because there's just no other way. So back off this goes. RPM, what's going on, brother? Northeast Mods, how are you, bud? But yeah, I think the shock tower has to go on after this because there's no way for you to get those pins to work. There's just no way. Okay, no big deal. 4 screws. We will learn. How come nobody corrected me on this? Y'all watching? All right. The steering rack still has to be cleaned. So like I said, today we're going to get this assembled. I'll put this on the chassis. We'll make it look like something. So, all right. Like I said, I'm waiting on shock pins, so I mean, I can't do nothing with the shocks. All right. So this will go here. I'm going to tighten that up later. The pins will have to go through here first. So back plate, pins, or the back brace, I don't know what you'd call it. The back brace goes here. Pins have to go in first. Left foot left. Right with right. Don't put them on backwards again? I don't know. See, here's the thing. I was wondering if maybe it was done on purpose. Follow me on this. If you look at the arms they swoop up. And then they go down to the arm. So if you were to put this way, it would still go to the arm. No problem. No, it wouldn't. It'd have to go forward. Either way, I don't know why he did it that way. They ran them backwards. So if they put this one on this side, if you look at this, like it matches like perfectly. The only problem is instead of it being bent where it swoops up, it would swoop down. So did they do that on purpose to maybe like lower the roll center or something? I don't know. I'm not trying to figure out this guy from whoever had this before, but that's the only logical explanation that I can think of is that's why they did that. All right, so let's put this back in. Goes just like that. Now, Lotus, how old is this thing? Does this thing have any fail safes on it? So if you do overvolt it, it'll be like, yo, man, what the hell are you doing? Knock it off. Or is it, hey, man, I'm on fire and we got a problem? I think I'd change the. I think it would change the geometry of the caster block. That's what I'm saying. I can see a reason why you could get away with it and maybe why they did it, but I don't know. I would hope that they didn't make the mistake because, like I said, everything's labeled left and right. It really isn't much of an excuse, you know? If I change the camera, I didn't change anything. Okay, well, Lotus, at least you're on water if it catches fire, you know what I mean? If it sinks, it'll get put out. And it would make for good content. I would definitely be watching that one. You know what I'm saying? Lotus's boat catches fire. Be like, man, I'm gonna watch this one. All right. Cool. Head's been down typing. Yeah. I don't know. I think I would stick to 2S on that if you don't know. Unless, hey, Lotus, if you intend to upgrade it and, you know, you ain't afraid of a little fire, throw it on. See what it'll do. Humor us all. You know what I mean? If it burns, that sucks. But never know. Next thing you know, Lotus has, you know, 3,000 subs over a weekend because there's a boat fire. Got to do what you got to do, man. All right, cool. All right, upper arms are on. Got to turn the turnbuckles. I did have to disassemble all of these, and I cleaned them all up. As you can see, there's no more rust compared to like, yeah, these are the, this is the steering rack. You can see that these are the flavor of the month, doo-doo brown. So I have yet to clean these up. I still have to. But as you can see, these are nice now. Low dump 3S and you'll be okay. Retrieve the boat on Poor ducks. You mean you're going to scare the ducks? All right. Let's get these arms on. Going to have to realign all of it anyway. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what, I'm not a boat guy. If it takes that, it may get the 4S. But I don't know how much those ESCs cost, or if that's, you know, just something you had laying around, or what. I don't know anything about them. But try it. If it burns, you don't care. You still had fun. Yeah. It was free to me. Yeah, was it still worth something to you? You know? If it ain't worth nothing, let it eat. Alright. Now this has a bunch of little shims to hold this thing in nicely. And that's going to be a pain to get in right. So let's see here. All they are these little spacer washers just to make sure you take the garbage, the slack out of it. Try not to drop them. Yeah, it's not worth much. Then I'd send it, man. Try it. If it doesn't work, let it be. Nitro Pimp is here. Funny story, just got home. Beautiful Rock Island 45 ACP on the counter and a smoking Dreadnought carbon holster. I asked Honey Bunny where it came from. She said she took it out of one of the safes to go junking. Days. I don't know. My old lady, I kind of always, you know what I mean? If she's a good shot and she shoots me and I took her to learn how to get, you know, how to shoot a gun, whose fault is it, you know? I give her a lot of reasons to shoot me, you know what I'm saying? So if anything ever happens to me, you know, I just kind of disappear. Ask questions. Okay, there's that. There's that. Okay, I got one in. I'm going to be able to get the second one. Oh, wow. This is going to be an issue. Maybe not. Pick. Where'd you go? There we go. Not a fan of this design. Looks like if you did this at the track, it would be a pain in the ass. Definitely is a pain in the ass. There we go. Got it. Tried it twice. That'll never happen again. What did you try? You're married. It's your fault. No, I'm actually not married. I don't know. Just never did it. Been together with 15 years. Still never did it. The beater and cheater. Nope, I'm good now. No, if I get married, I'm doing it once, dude. Run. I got a kid. Where am I going to go? They're going to find me. You're going to find me, Lotus. I ain't going to get far. Not going to get far, my friend. Maybe I'll make it to Ohio. I'll come chill at your house and then chill both of us. I've never been married. I'm not against marriage. It's not that at all. She's a wonderful woman, and I'm definitely for it. It's not that. It's more of a... I'm not religious, and to me, marriage is a religious thing. The government can bite it. I don't care if the government thinks I'm married, I'm not married, or whatever. But I'm not religious, so I mean, as far as me going to a church and getting the whole thing done, I mean, it means nothing. So if it means nothing, to me, I look at it as, if I got married on Monday, what changes on Tuesday? Not really much. And if it was such a big deal to her, we would have, you know, she would have pressed the issue or left, and she hasn't pressed the issue or left, so I'm not worried about it. Go out with the Amish. Yeah, right. They'd see my cell phone or something like that, and I'd be out of there. You got married at the courthouse? We always make jokes about, like, yeah, then we can, if I have to redo my concealed carry, we can do that at the same time, you know, 2 birds, 1 stone. 10 years, we can burn some nitro. Well, my get out of jail pass starts in 7 more, so I can do it earlier. Now, Lotus, would you have a hard time getting like a week off of work or whatever? I'm considering maybe in the spring, maybe just bullshitting at this point. Maybe taking that ride out to Omaha and we'll go race John. I think that would be fun. I just rent a car. I could shoot through. If you can, all you got to do is make it to Interstate 80. I could pick you up on the way through Ohio. Get in a hotel for 2 days. Get your own hotel though. I'm not sharing a bed with you. That's fucked up. And go out race John for a couple of days and then shoot straight back, man. You know where in Ohio? What are you talking about? Rock Creek. Where am I missing something here? Yeah, Lotus. Yeah, he wants to cuddle. I don't know. I'm not into the spooning thing. Ain't gonna happen. All right, this side went so much easier. See? Rock Creek, 4 hours. Oh, so I guess you're both from Ohio. Wow, 2 people in Ohio. I don't think anybody lived in Ohio. Every time I went through Ohio, there's nothing there. All right, let's get this together. Get that done. I'll sleep on the sidewalk before that. We went to Road Atlanta for a Grid Life event. We went to we brought a car to race, and we bought a school bus, and we converted it over so we can all sleep in it. My buddy Dave snored so damn bad, I actually slept out on the car trailer. All right, that one's a little tight. You gotta loosen that up a little more. The bottom one. That's good. All right, that's it. Front ends together other than the drive shaft. So I'm going to put some Loctite on this drive shaft. We'll get it hooked up to this output, and that's that. One more. I'm surprised I remembered I put this all back together. I did this last week. Damn, what are you working on? Little MT2s, RS4s, TT3. I'm thinking of having 400 of them. Yeah, but then I showed you that real nice triple XMT, and you let it slide, man. Kind of mad. I should have bought it. I need a third. All right, I don't like that. Don't move. There we go. Fry some eggs and bacon on the Baja pipe. Nah, man. When we converted that school bus over, trust me, we were not by any means roughing it. We had and it was a New York City short bus, which was even funnier. So it had like that big ass like AC unit in the back. So, I mean, dude, that thing was the best place to hide out. All right, sweet. So, I don't want to secure this yet because I still have to, you see like that back piece here? Where's that gotta go? Just like this. No? Maybe? Well, that's gotta go through the middle. And then this has to slide. Okay. Why are we confused here? Just like that. That's going to sit like that, but the problem is I have to redo the rack. Rebuild that rack and pinion before I can secure it because it has two bolts that have to go in through here. So I guess that's it for we are in good shape. Full front end is redone. Yeah, dude, this chassis came out real clean. It's got some scratches on the bottom, but other than that, she's clean. So today we got the whole front end assembled. We got the differential rebuilt, nice and lubed up. Found the problem with the screw, fixed that, got everything cleaned, no more rust. And I'd say that's pretty much 25% of the way there. I have the pins coming for the shocks, and next week we can start putting the electronics back in and just start working our way backwards. Let's see, Nitropip. Knight wants a bus. Doing her 73 Winnebago Indian RC truck first. Damn, that's cool. Yeah, those buses, they were in New York City. I guess what they have is with their contract with the state, a school bus can only be so old, regardless of how it looks or the condition that's in. Once it hits a certain age, it's dead. So this guy had a parking lot that would fit about 50 school buses, and he probably had about 90 school buses in it. So long story short, they were rifling those things off for like $2,500. So we went up there and we bought one. This one was literally about to leave on a route. They pulled the driver out of it, threw his ass in another bus, and gave us that one. And we still have it. My buddy owns it. It's still around. That thing is awesome. But the reason we picked it up was, think about this. We just picked up a 1-ton diesel for, less than $3,000 all in. Find one. You know what I mean? And we drove that thing. We did a little work to it. Don't get it twisted. But we drove that thing all the way to Road Atlanta, spent the whole weekend in it, towed a car to Tail of the Dragon, then rode Atlanta, slept in it, lived in it, and then drove it all the way back to Pennsylvania. No problems. I probably could get that bus, but it wasn't the best on gas because of one reason. Remember where I said it was from? It was a New York City bus. It's not geared for the highway. Like, I think the max you'll get out of it is about 70 miles an hour. It's screaming. If you wanted to get, it's not cost effective. You know what I mean? It would be a fun trip. I'm thinking about picking up just a cheap rental car and just shooting out. I mean, it's what was it, 14, 15 hours, I think, if you do it straight through. So if you can get something that can get 500 to 600 miles out of a tank, you can do it in 2 stops, roughly. It's, I think, 1,100 or 1,200 miles. Straight down 80. Most boring freaking ride in the world. But, yeah, it's not as bad. I'm going to grease this up later. I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to do it later because it's just going to be a mess. Cheap RV trip. I'm looking to spend nothing. Just gas. Plus, an RV would be a waste of time because I'm just going to get a hotel. RV over a hotel all day. We had a 30-foot Thor Class A. It got a 700 to a tank, but it was a 90-gallon tank. Yeah, that hurt. I'm just looking to, get a... Yeah, but you're missing the fun. No, I'm not. I used to do over the road. Trust me, I don't want to live in another truck right now. No, I would just go to Enterprise, and preferably what I would like to get is Enterprise has those the EV caravans. We had one for work that was a rental because we do that a lot, and that thing was pretty good. 600 miles to a tank wasn't bad, but. All right, everybody. I got to head to the track. I appreciate everybody for coming out. Pretty fun day. Got a lot done. This thing's coming out a lot nicer than I thought it would. So I think the end result of how this thing turns out is basically what I'm going to do at the end. I don't know if I'm going to run that Nova Rossi or if I'm going to get a new engine. But if this thing just comes out and it's really not that great, I may not. I like my Dodge's Lotus. I don't want to hear that noise. If this thing comes out pretty damn nice, then I may invest the money into a different engine. I already have one in mind. Or we might just run that Nova. What a shame, Road trips are the best. Longest we drove to get nitros was 12 hours round trip. R40s are hard to find. Yes, they are hard to find. That's a long ride for nitros. If you're by yourself, that sucks. If you got a buddy that's into it that'll go with you, that sounds like a great time. Better luck today, Chief. I'm sure you'll know later if you're sunk or swung. Yeah, no, it'll be okay. Hey, any day of racing is a good day. I bet there's rust on your Dodge. Oh, there's a lot of rust on my Dodge. My wife is my ride or die. Yeah, I put my old lady in a car for 12 hours. It's a one-way trip for somebody. All right, everybody. Like I said, thanks for stopping out. If you haven't hit the like button, please do on the way out. Next Saturday, I'm going to get some more of this parts cleaned up. We're going to start making this thing look like a buggy instead of a parts pile. But I'm really stoked at how this is coming out. Everybody wants one more look at it. She's cleaning up very nicely. Very nicely. So, we'll see. Keep on going. And everybody take care. I'm off to the track. Everybody burn some nitro or electric, whatever you want to do. Lotus, don't set your boat on fire. Till next week. Peace.